It was a trying season for Crystal City football in 2018 as the Hornets finished with a 1-9 record. For the 2019 campaign, the Hornets returned 10 starters but only have about 20 men on the roster. Having said that, however, head coach Dan Fox, now in his second season as Hornets head coach, says there is strength in knowing who you're going to be putting out there every night.
It's pretty obvious right now that our numbers are going to be a little bit more down than they were last year. We're not going to have as much depth. The kids, they're not dumb. They can look around. They see the kids that have been in the weight room all summer and are committed to the program. Today I just told them to look around. These are the guys we're going to go to battle with most likely. And just be ready to be playing every aspect of the ball. Special teams, offense, defense, no break.
With the lack of numbers, that means plenty of Crystal City Hornets are going to be forced into new positions. That includes senior Blake EISENBEIS, who's at quarterback for the first time.
The offense is going very well. We got new running backs in the backfield, very young receivers, and it's my first year playing quarterback, so it's all new to pretty much everybody, and it's just a grind.
And senior O-line and D lineman Riley Stevens is a 3-year starter. He knows what this is going to take.
Because we don't have too many players, and it's just Iron Man football right now.
Lack of numbers aside for Crystal City, the seniors on this team seem to think that head coach Dan Fox is doing a great job in his second year connecting with the players. Here's Evan Litton to talk about that.
It's felt pretty good. Me and him have gotten pretty close, and I like the way he coaches. He's very intense, and he wants everything perfect, and I like how he coaches. He's doing pretty good.
There is one other issue, though, that Crystal City football has been dealing with this summer. The Hornets have been forced to practice on their baseball field due to the fact that the football field has been flooded. It is currently unknown whether or not Crystal City will be able to play their home games at home, and you can count senior Sam Smith as one who would hope to not relocate.
Well, of course we hope that it dries up. I mean, I want to play on my home field my senior year, but if it doesn't, that is how it is.
Head coach Dan Fox has the latest on the condition of the football field.
Administration's told me that they're working on getting it cleaned up. I don't know how we're going to go about that, and I just every day try to get an update from my athletic director, and he does a good job of keeping me informed. And we're just hoping that after camp, obviously we're here in the baseball field, but after camp, practices come around on the 12th, but hopefully that field's cleaned up and we can practice down in our facilities and not have to worry about any more flood issues.
And Fox says they're working on accommodation efforts right now should the field not be ready for the season.
My AD, Ken Jones, is making accommodations right now. He's reaching out to local schools. Festus, Hillsborough are 2 schools that we're trying to reach out to. If they don't have a game, a home game, when we have a home game, hopefully they'll be able to let us borrow their fields. We've done that in the past. That's ultimately what we're doing. If we have some sort of conflict, we're just reaching out to local schools to see if they can help us out and borrow their field for Friday night. So it's our answer to the problem.
Whatever field they play on or however many players they have on the roster, though, the goal for Crystal City is simple.
I just want to see our kids get better. I'm not going to worry about who we're playing against. I just want to see our kids compete for 4 quarters. Last year I felt like our team competed for 2 quarters or a half of a game, and then either the second half or the first half, whichever, the man came out slow. They just couldn't put it all together for 4 quarters. So I want to see our guys compete for 4 quarters, and then we'll see what the end score is at the end of the game. No matter who our opponent is, they're going to come out and our kids are going to play hard.
Crystal City opens up their season August 30th against Chaffee. For Regional Radio Sports, I'm Nick Lewis.